Hello, I'm going to talk about the gene isocitrate dehydrogenase, also known as IDH2, but the one which I'm going to talk about is located in chromosome 15. As you see in the screen, I have written that you can also find it in chromosome 2, but that is the gene IDH1, which is related with the cytoplasm. The gene which I'm going to talk about is related with the mitochondria, but I'm going to explain about that later. The isocitrate dehydrogenase is the gene which I'm going to talk about in this video, and is basically a necessary enzyme for the carbohydrate metabolism, which participates in the Krebs cycle, which I'm going to talk about later. It catalyzes the biochemical reaction called oxidative decarboxylation of one of the cycle steps, of the Krebs cycle steps, and it's necessary for the cellular respiration, which I'm also going to explain you what it is. The Krebs cycle consists of a series of chemical reactions which are part of cellular respiration that are used by all aerobic organisms. What are these organisms? Well, aerobic means that they can survive and grow in oxygenated environments. So, these organisms use the series of chemical reactions, the Krebs cycle, to release the stored energy through the oxidation of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into carbon dioxide and ATP, which is chemical energy which the cell can use for cell division, for example. And in the eukaryotic cells, the Krebs cycle takes place inside the mitochondria. So basically, the Krebs cycle is the mechanism or the process through which the mitochondria gets energy from fats, sugars, and nutrients. As before, I have talked about cellular respiration, now I want to explain you a little bit what it is. So it's the process through which the mitochondria gets the energy for the cell by absorbing oxygen, the glucose, the fats, and the sugars, and also absorbing ADP and P, and it transforms all these substances into CO2, which is carbon dioxide, water, and the important thing, ATP, which is the chemical energy, as I have explained it before, and it might be needed for movement of some organelles or the cell division or protein synthesis, for example. In this picture, you can see the chromosome 15 represented and where the gene is located within the chromosome. There's an interesting fact about chromosome 15, and it's that it represents between the 3 and 3.5% of the total DNA in the cells. Answering to this question, I have to say that there are 3 forms of this protein, IDH1, 2, and 3. These are variations of this protein. Is not like different types, they are variations. One is in chromosome 2 and it's called IDH1, which is related with the cytoplasm, and there are 2 in chromosome 15, IDH2 and IDH3, which are related with the mitochondria and how it gets the energy from fats and sugars, as I have explained already. Now, what can we say about the structure of this protein? Well, we can say it is a SCOP, which means a structural classification of proteins, which is classified as an alpha-beta structure. Its secondary composition consists of mainly alpha helices and beta sheets, which are arranged into three-layer alpha-beta sandwich structure, to say it in one way. So the entire protein consists of two side-by-side sandwich structure that face opposite directions. The picture you can see in the screen is how the structure of the protein looks like. Talking about the amino acids the enzyme or protein contains, we can say that the IDH enzyme surrounds the isocitrate at its active site through the amino acids called arginine, tyrosine, asparagine, serine, threonine, and aspartic acid. What happens if our gene is missing, if this gene doesn't work? Why is it so important? Well, as we know, the gene takes part in the Krebs cycle, and the Krebs cycle is a key part in cellular respiration, which allows the cells to get the energy they need. So if these cells don't get this energy, we would die because we need that energy. When methylation occurs in the IDH1 and IDH2 genes, certain oncological diseases occur. Oncological means related with cancer. We also know that the mutations in isotypes IDH1 and IDH2 have been discovered in cancers such as gliomas and in various types of leukemia, including the acute myeloid leukemia. This discovery has also been extended to prostate cancer, colon cancer, and thyroid cancer since 2009.